here is the back of the board. Ooh, this is nice. Today we're building the Lila. I don't know why I swapped. We're building the Lila. It is a board that will be vendored by Keycaps as well as 3 other vendors. Region-wise, it's going to be AU, EU, and KR. So those particular regions will have switch keys, KeyGem, and all that keyboard, which is run by Linworks. This will be region locked. Just as a little, they told me to tell you guys that. It's also a sponsored build today because I don't think they're letting us keep the board, but I might as well just say that just as I'm assuming probably we'll be able to keep it. I have no idea. Usually with Keycaps they let me keep it. So there is some mishaps, some little quirks with the keyboard. They did let me know ahead of time. So I also wanted to let you guys know ahead of time that this is not going to be a perfect build, but according to Feather, most of this stuff should be addressed. We'll kind of go through it. They gave me a list of things that are going to be addressed or simplified in some cases. And the keyboard, I can already tell there's one little piece of criticism I'm going to give this keyboard, this group buy. It is a group buy. It is going to be a $209 price point or $220 depending on the thing you get, with a $35 shipping fee to NA. And then they did say that tariffs are paid by Keycaps, which is great. One blunder that I think is frustrating. They have the keyboard and the PCB and plate on 2 separate web pages. Listen, I know that's always me nitpicking. I hate when companies do that. I've always said that every time we see something like this, I always think it's a bit of a blunder because you're going to have people who inevitably mess up. And I think it's just a mess on both people's ends. So, you know, my first piece of criticism right here, Feather, is just combine the pages. Figure out a way to combine them. That's it. This keyboard is inspired by Lila the Otter, who appeared in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Apparently the back olive branch symbolizes holiness and spiritualness. Yeah, it's a 60% keyboard, comes in a few different blocker supports, being WinKey, WinKeyless, and HHKB, about 1.2 kilos built, with a front height, get this, of 15.3 millimeters, a silicone gasket or top mount. Typing degree would be 18 would be wild, and it has an EKH of 21.5. It does have a CM3 PCB, which is freaking cool. I like to see a CEM PCB. Love it. All right, and here's the inside of the board too. Well, the box, the hard shell that it comes with. 210 is a really good price point to start with this. Lots of different options to pick. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of different colors in the board too. Silver, olive, lilac, and rose. And there's also a sandblasted polished white copper, which apparently is delicate. I guess I'm not familiar as to why this would be delicate. Maybe we can learn. All right, and what do we get inside the box here? Well, this is probably a streamer box, but we have an aluminum plate. We have foam, and I think there's 2 PCBs here, 2 hot swap PCBs. And then what else do we got here? We got, are these protectors for the weight? Oh, damn, that's pretty serious if you need a protection for it. Some screws and other hardware, and then we have 2 different daughter boards. There are pogo pins, which is cool. This is nice. You get a little card in here too that says Lila, Keycaps. I mean, I'm gonna admit this is a very pretty unboxing. I think this is very like delicate almost, you know? Feels very like, and I don't know, I just like the unboxing of this. Why does it smell like flowers? I'm not even, cause perfumed? Oh, okay. Are they all coming perfumed? The card is perfumed. Oh, nice. And here is the board. Oh, this is pretty. Here is the back of the board. Ooh, this is nice. Yeah, it has really nice curve here on the side. The Toblerone is really nice on this. The feet look really, I believe the feet are changing. They're getting larger. I'll go through the list again. I really like this little branch engraving here. No slow peel? No slow peel today. I've given up that life. Side profile. So box on wedge, but you get that really nice graduated shadow because of this beautiful curve here. Wow, that is something to look at. Obviously it depends on the lighting, but interesting. I worry a little bit this is going to be a little flat or resonant because it is a small little weight with just a flat aluminum bottom over here, but interesting. Yeah, there's been a lot of tempting price points recently for keyboards. Like this is definitely one of them. I really like the Toblerone on this. Even though the Lila typeface on this is really delicate, goes along with this really, really well. This is going to be 210 or 220 depending on the combination you get. And then PCB. Was there a solder PCB too? I mean, assuming the solder PCB is the one that's... Yeah, that's the PCB that costs less. Oh no, actually they're both the same, aren't they? So what makes it cost less? Cost more, the plate? Oh, maybe the foam. The foam makes it cost more. So the solder PCB has a lot more compatibility. Again, we're having a fixed bottom row because of the HHKB and other bottom row configurations that we're going to get here. But it still looks like we get a decent amount, or your standard amount of customizability with that being said, with the hot swap unit. There's the pogo pin connector, which is a nice touch. Again, I actually really like pogo pin connectors. I think they work really well on keyboards. Really, really well. I'm happy to see people using them. There is LEDs on the bottom of this PCB, but they don't really seem to do anything because this is aluminum. I would love to see the olive version of this keyboard in person. I think the olive looks gorgeous. Yeah, this is a E-coated brass. I'm guessing they all come with different options for the weight feather. Is that correct? It looks like some of them come with more of a silver, or is it just changing? The one you get is the polished white copper. Oh, okay. Is this the polished white copper? Oh, this is polished white copper, you're saying. And this is an extra? Oh, so this is copper. Huh. So that's interesting. You know, dude, honestly, Feather, I see what you're saying now. I was a little confused at first. But this is polished white copper. This literally looks like stainless steel. Interesting. No, that's really, really interesting. And here we have our plates. Cute. Kind of looks like little drapes, little windows. Yeah, we have a silver half plate, aluminum full plate. There's ISO plates, palm plate, great FR4. FR4 seems like probably the most meh choice, but... And then a foam kit. Cool. I'm going to use some Obscuras today. So I was thinking the Obscuras could be really nice for this build. Okay, so we also need to take off the weight part too. Because this is an aluminum plate, I have a feeling I'm going to like this more in gasket. But let's play it by ear, shall we? Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do top mount today just because I have a feeling I'm not going to like it at all. Can't really remember that well, but I remember seeing something on Feather's message to me saying there was some, well, it looks like there was some like current issues with the top mount. Damn, I can't believe this is copper. This does not look like copper. That's crazy. I do like that this is two mounting styles though. The mounting styles kind of work for this. Let's put some feet on this bad boy. Damn, these are like the thinnest feet. They're kind of delicate looking almost. Feetsies we are on. Wait, the little accent on top is kind of cute. Dude, this whole keyboard is very cute. All right, let's put these guys on. So this sits pretty nicely. Wait, how does this plate sit again? Just like this, right? I think this is being fixed. You gotta like scooch the plate in a little bit. The GB one is fixed. Okay. I think I got it there. Perfect. Honestly, I thought this would be way tougher because when I remember reading the whole bit where you have to kind of scooch it in. Perfect. Works. But actually not as bad as I thought it would be. Not as bad. All right, let's do it. Let's do it with this set. Shall we give this a little typing test here? We're doing aluminum plate, Obscura switches, and we're doing gaskets on this. I don't know if it's because of the PCB on this. Sort of sounds a little bit like a plateless build to me. Just ever so slightly in the alphas. Maybe because we're using the Obscuras though. Yeah, I think the CEM3 is definitely doing something different to the alphas here. This is nice. I want to see a cherry switch in the spacebar too, just to see what it sounds like. Ooh. I like the Obscura alphas on this. Ooh, this is kind of a nice combination. Usually I do it the other way, where it's Obscura for the spacebar, cherries for like the alphas. It's also a very soft typing experience on this too. My personal preference is to go with this one over the Rin. I think both of them are very well priced. They're super attractive price points. They both look good. I think this one wins me over just because it's not super thematic to the point where it's like you have to like enjoy the character on the back of the other one. I mean, here, we'll just grab the board. It's right here. I do also prefer the low front height. Sound-wise, though, I think you can probably get really good sound profiles out of either of them, but I think I prefer the sharpness, and maybe top mount would do something different here. You know what? They're both really fucking nice. But I think if I had to pick one right now based off these two keyboards, I'd probably pick this one for sound. This one here is definitely the more comfortable keyboard to type on. Both have really low front heights though, so it doesn't even matter to me. But also that's a preference thing. Visually, again, I'm going with this board here. I think the Lila has just a more attractive overall design. Like I can get behind this one here a little bit more. This is really good. And you know what? Actually, I will say maybe value-wise for your dollar, you're probably getting a little bit more out of the Rin just because it has a double weight system. But I do prefer the overall design of this guy. I think this is the nicer looking board for sure. Like, hands down. Yeah, the curve is really pretty on this. I don't even know, like they're both such good keyboards. Feather, aren't you carrying both of these keyboards? Aren't you the vendor for this too? Damn, running two 60s at once is brave, bro. The cherry switch in the spacebar is just an MX2A. I mean, they both sound really good. You can't even say one's better than the other here. Not to glaze this keyboard, and I know we just did this one here, and I think they're all three of the keyboards are incredible. This would probably be my choice of a pickup. But yeah, that would be my decision. If you guys want like my thought process and all the cool 60% we've had recently, I think for me, this is number one. I think I really, really, really like this board. The Rin is my second choice. I think this is a very well done 60%. Price points though, dude, it's kind of hard to beat recently. These two boards are, you know, they're in that $220-ish range. That is incredibly tough to beat, man. Like, have a good one, guys. Take care and good night, everyone. Have a happy Saturday. Bye, everyone.